Hey guys, Cory here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you 4 different ways to destroy Town Hall 11s with Pekka Bobat.
Nerf this!
Guys, let's jump right in and press play. If you like my videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I do appreciate it. Dark Lord's coming in here on enemy base with 2 rages and 1 jump. Now, obviously, there's endless ways to vary this attack. You can change the number of Pekkas, the number of bowlers. I generally like to bring more Pekkas, a little bit less bowlers than Dark Lord has. But what we're really talking about today is the difference in the spells that you bring. Because that varies a lot from base to base. What you need, what you're going to get with that push, and how many bats and freezes you're going to need left over for that back end. Obviously, the less rages or jumps you bring, the more spell room you're going to have left over for bat spells, free spells, to take out more of that base at the end. Beautiful entry he's got right here. Funneled all those bowlers and Pekkas right there into the middle. Delayed those healers a little bit, because there was an air defense right at that entry. Queen thought about walking her on the outside, but luckily she came back in there. Good thing, 'cause there's a baby dragon in there, and he does not have a poison in this composition. A lot of guys like to not bring a poison and just deal with that CC as it comes out. A lot of times I'll end up bringing a poison. I'm too scared to do that, but sometimes if I really don't think I have enough spell space, I will skip that poison, bring that extra bat if I think I need it. Be sure to hang in for the last attack on this video, because that's actually an attack that I did at Town Hall 11. It's a variation that I have never used before. I actually made the decision to go with it right before I went into the attack. I'm always a little nervous doing something that I've never done before, but guys, it ended up being the right play. It was the only reason that I 3-starred that base, was making that big change. So be sure to stay tuned for that last attack. Guys, look at that ice golem that was right down the bottom, tanking that exterior wizard tower. Oh man, I love doing that. Love doing that because it lasts so much longer than a freeze spell. It really takes away the opportunity to screw up a freeze spell. And I don't know about you guys, but I've been known to screw up a freeze spell actually a lot more often than I like to admit. I'll be either too early and it wears off too soon, or too late and all my bats are dead, or maybe I try to freeze 2 defenses and I'm a little bit off at that placement and it doesn't go well. So I bring ice golems for exterior wizard towers basically every time I can possibly get away with it, because it is that much easier. It just tanks it so much longer, and then even after that ice golem dies, it freezes it. Love those backside ice golems on those exposed wizard towers. Guys, let's check out this next attack. That one we saw 2 rages and 1 jump. All right, that is the one that I've used probably the most, at least early on. Although recently I'm kind of going to 2 rages, no jump. But again, guys, it depends on the base. Entirely depends on the base. Let's check out number 7. That is next on our list. Now this one's going to be by Apollyon, and this one, this is a whole different thing right here. He's not even using the siege machine to get in the base, and I love seeing this. I actually did one of these the other day too, although I don't have the replay, and I felt like kind of a rebel when I did it, and it 3-starred, and it was pretty awesome. I've actually practiced with this quite a bit. So he's actually not going to use that siege machine to get in the base at all. He's just going to jump his whole army straight in. All right, he's going to queen walk down and jump in right there on that gold mine right there, so give access to the base. Now he's going to bring in a stone slammer in a whole separate area and just try to get some value out of that stone slammer, just basically soloing defenses. And then he's going to come in with bat spells and freezes on the backside of this base. But he does only have 4 bat spells, and he's only got 2 freezes. He did decide to bring a poison, but, you know, bringing 2 rages and a jump, you just don't have as much room left over for the bat spells and freezes, so you better be sure you get a lot of value with that kill squad. Of course, in this attack, he's going to get a helping hand from his stone slammer as well. So nice queen walk right up there, and good job funneling that left-hand side. Used a combination of the king, a baby dragon, and some wizards to funnel all that trash out there, really pulling all those troops together towards the core. Don't be afraid to spend a lot on your funnel, guys. If you get that funnel nailed and your funnel is perfect, you're going to be rewarded with a lot of 3 stars. When you blow that funnel because you didn't want to invest too much, oh my gosh, look at this. Look at the stone slammer over here, guys. Look, the nearest air defense is so far away. It's going to be able to access 4 defenses before that air defense is even able to target it. Maybe more if it goes out to the mortar next. So that Stone Slammer's doing some big time work. Pekkas are working their way through that next wall right there. Healers finally did switch off them. Honestly, I do like to have my healers on my Pekkas in this because it keeps them alive, breaking through walls, getting more access through the base. And normally at that point, they do tend to keep the queen alive. This attack is kind of the exception. Queen got off to the side. Enemy queen took her out. Not 100% sure if he was able to pop his ability on that or if he missed it. Enemy queen takes out your queen really, really fast. So if you're watching anything else at the time and you don't know about it, she dies real quick. Been there, done that. But look at this, guys. Look at this. We do have 3 more splash damage defenses left, but that wizard tower is being tanked by the Pekkas, so you don't have to use a freeze there yet. Multi-target maybe has a couple beams available for the bats. Look at that. Tank that backside wizard tower with another Pekka and a loon coming in so that he was able to get through this base. Wow, I only honestly saw him use 1 freeze. I think he had 2, so he must have used 1 early on. But that's kind of what you hope for when you have less freezes, is that you end up with enough Pekkas on the back end of the attack that they're distracting those wizard towers so you don't even have to burn a freeze spell on it. So that one, crazy right there. Jumped in the army, Stone Slammer in a totally separate area to grab some more value, and then bats and freezes to clean up the rest. Some really interesting stuff right there. Let's go check this one out. On base number 14, our third example, this example is going to use 1 rage, 1 jump. And then I'll let you guys know, the one that I used the other day, I only used 1 rage spell for the entry. No jumps, that was it. So I had a ton of room left over for bat spells and freezes, and it really, really worked out well for that base. Especially well for that base, because I had a Tesla farm pop up and pull all my troops off to the side. So yeah, it ended up being a key part of that triple. Show you that, guys, that one next. Here we got 1 rage, 1 jump. So look at that, leaves him room for 3 freezes. He does have a poison and 5 bat spells, so lots and lots of spells for the back end of the attack. No ice golems in this one. Sometimes those wizard towers are in places on the back end where they can't really be tanked by ice golems. That's always a little bit unfortunate, but he can usually find a way to make it work by bringing more free spells, or just have a really overpowering entry with some really great pathing, so that, you know what I mean, your main army's gonna make it through to the back end. A lot of times they're tanking those wizard towers, taking out those multis, so you don't even have to worry about getting them froze. So here we go. Very nice entry there. Has his whole army inside the base. That's what you really like to see on these attacks, is getting your whole army in there. No Pekkas walking, no bowlers walking, certainly not a queen walking. So we had 1 rage. He made sure to wait until everything was inside the base so we'd get maximum value. Bowlers are spitting in all directions, and he used that jump spell. Look at this, look at this. It was very deliberate where he put that jump spell. He definitely wanted them to path to that multi-target in front of the Pekkas just took out. Multis, very dangerous, especially in kind of an island right there where, you know, bowlers weren't going to be hitting it. Pekkas weren't going to be pathing to it without help. He was a little late on that free spell, guys. Just what I was talking about. That's the sort of thing that happens to me more than I'd like to admit. Late on that freeze, the wizard tower got off 1 shot, and because of that, I don't know if his bats are going to last the rest of this raid. But he's still going to bring in the triple. He froze that archer tower just so the bats could get it taken out. Now, guys, it's going to be up to this right here. This is a perfect example of why you always save cleanup troops on this attack. I never go in with less than 1 wizard and a couple archers for cleanup. If I have 2 wizards for cleanup, even better, because that way you screw up the free spell like Drew just did, like I do a lot. You know, it's not the end of the raid. He's still got enough value out of the bats. Pekkas are going to finish it off, but they're super, super slow. So if you don't have that cleanup, a lot of times you're going to have Pekkas alive, but you're going to time fail on the base. He's got cleanup. He's not going to time fail. He's still going to get the triple, and he's going to swag that queen ability as well. Overpowered attack there, even with the mistake, getting the triple with time to spare, queen ability to spare. Beautiful, guys. Let's go check out this other version that I did. Like I said, first time I've ever done this version, and it worked great. So here it is, guys. Let's take just a minute to look at this troop composition, because this is Troop-wise, this is what I'm running most of the time. I'm running more Pekkas, usually only 4 healers, and somewhere between 6 and 9 bowlers, whatever I can get in there. But if I gotta get an extra ice golem in there, I won't hesitate to drop down on those bowlers a little bit. So that's a little different than a lot of the ones we've been seeing lately. What's been working well for me, it's what I saw Hex using, honestly. And you can never go wrong by copying Hex, let's be honest. But check out these spells. This is the crazy part of this attack right here. 1 rage, all right? Look how much spell space that gives me for back end stuff. First of all, I did bring a poison because I'm a chicken, but 4 free spells, and I can't even do it with one hand. The other one's holding my phone. 6 bat spells. That is a ton of spells for the back end. And you guys are going to see how this goes down. It doesn't go down great. I dropped 2 Pekkas right off the get-go to start on the funnel, thinking that they were both going to walk to the right and join my entry squad. No such luck. They're definitely walking to the left. I should have been paying a little better attention, counting tiles on that funnel, because they are both going to bounce. So now I've got 3 Pekkas left for the entry. I was sweating a little bit right at the beginning of this attack, I'll tell you that. King is going to do his job and get this side of the funnel established. Now, I did not know that Tesla farm was there. This was a fresh hit. I mean, this is a known base, a base that's already been out there for a little while, but the Tesla farm usually not there. Did not know it was going to be there. That's going to pull most of my Pekkas and bowlers all the way down to the right instead of continuing through going towards that Eagle artillery. So here we go, trying to hold on to that rage spell until an area where I'm going to get some good value for it. But at this point, I thought they might all walk on the outside, so I did drop it a little shallow on the outside of the base there. That way bowlers would still take advantage of it, even if they walked down that wall. Sure enough, everything is going to the right now. Now look at this. I'm in a little bit of trouble at this point. That Tesla farm pulled my whole army to the right there. But the wall wrecker is going to be... The Pekka inside the wall wrecker is going to do great things. He's going to go get that clan castle. After that, he's going to go get the eagle. All right, and that is key because you don't want to be ending on an eagle. It will eventually target your bat spells and take them out very quickly. But nice thing is I had 6 bat spells, so we got a lot of bats to get through this base. I still have 2 ice golems for those backside wizard towers and 4 freezes. Used 2 freezes right away because I had to pretty much start on that multi-target inferno. Now that wizard tower is being tanked by the ice golem. The next wizard tower also being tanked by an ice golem. So we're still saving those 2 freezes for this last multi-target inferno. Looking like it's going to be pretty good at this point. By this point, I was pretty happy. I thought, all right, I got this one. I got this base wrecked. Double freeze on the multi there. And it's going to be enough, guys. Plenty of bats left over. Basically, they weren't touched by any splash damage till that very last freeze spell wore off. And guys, before this, I think I had 2 rages and maybe 1 less freeze, 1 less bat. After looking at what everything did on here, I would not have gotten enough value out of that extra rage. I definitely got way more value on this base just because of the way that everything walked, because of that Tesla farm. So I made that change at the last minute. Never used this army before ever with only 1 rage, rest bats and freezes, and it ended up being the right call. So don't be afraid to try new things. Look at the base you're dealing with. If you think it might work, chances are it might work. And you know, if you got that gut feeling, go with it. Give it a shot. A lot of times you're going to be rewarded with some really cool new triples. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't done it already, check out the details below this video, in the links below all my in the description below all my videos. There's a ton of links for you, including links to all my social media. Very important one there is my Discord server. When you join there, first of all, it's the best place to get a hold of me. You can send me a message and I will respond to you. Second of all, if you're in my Discord server, you're going to get first notification of anything that's going on with me, with the channel, and more importantly, subscriber wars. So you're going to have a chance to jump in on those before I put it out to the public in a video. Also, guys, give me a follow on Twitch when you get a chance, because I am going to be streaming over there way more often here in the very near future. And with that, guys, I'll see you in the next video.